Okay. I think we're live here, everyone, on all of the platforms. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Relief Valve podcast. And on yesterday's show, I called it. Everyone really needs to, in my personal opinion, because I've never advocated for people's pages to be shut down. I don't do that. That's not what we do as conservatives. But I have really stressed to people about these fake MAGA conservatives, these fake conservative accounts like Benny Johnson and DC Drano and Jack Sobiak and these others, these fake motherfuckers that are just toe the line kiss asses. And they won't tell you the truth about what's going on because they can't. They can't bust the bubble that is their narrative. We accuse the left of doing this, but then we do it and it's fine. And looking at this situation that has happened now with Operation Epstein Fury, this is a fucking disaster right now. And I have said on my show repeatedly, I said it before and I'll say it again, even if it loses me listeners and even if it hurts me in the long run, I will not lie. I'm an American taxpayer. I'm pissed about what our government does and how things are run on both sides. Excuse me, still trying to get over the fucking COVID thing. I refuse to lie to my listeners. I refuse to spin things so it comes out more convenient for the administration and then it can be shoved down your throat because I hate that fucking shit and I will not do it to anybody else and I will not support others that do it to anybody else. So today, as you can see, and I've been putting up on my X page, Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone, because you know what? I hate that name that the left made it up for Trump, but he has earned it. Trump always chickens out. This was going sideways. We were not getting the results we wanted. The Iranian regime refused to surrender. They were fighting virtually to the last man. I mean, I hate to give the devil their due, but props to the fucking crazy IRGC for refusing to fucking give up. So much so that they executed a plan that was successful. They've maintained control of the Strait of Hormuz that apparently the great and mighty U.S. Navy can't fucking take or secure. They held it on their own. They sunk tankers that went through it and the rest of the world did jack shit about it. They still hold it right now with this bullshit ceasefire, which, by the way, is already over. Let me show you. So this is from Rerum Novarum. The 2-week ceasefire lasted 12 hours. U.S. airstrikes are already taking place in Tehran, Tehran, the capital of Iran. I posted this up. We won. Because this is exactly what it is. You're standing right in front of me. You're pissing on my shoes, and then you're telling me it's raining. And then all of the other fake MAGA accounts online are also fucking bullshitting me and pissing on my shoes, and then telling me, "How about this rain? How about this weather?" Fucking looking right at you, dude. I'm looking right at you, and you're fucking bullshitting all of us. So the United States will work closely with Iran. We've determined has gone through what will be a very productive regime change. It's the Ayatollah's son. You know the fucking cripple that survived anyway? He's still alive. He's the new Ayatollah. The Trump administration is calling it regime change because technically it's not a lie. There is a new guy. It's just Khamenei II. You know, the gay guy? Well, he's got no fucking leg, and he's lost whatever else, but new Ayatollah is in charge. Wow, nice job with the regime change. Yeah, people joking around. The easy pass to go through the Strait of Hormuz. Why are they saying that? Because part of this agreement appears to allow or accept that Iran will charge ships a toll to go through the Strait of Hormuz. So again, the Trump administration is bullshitting all of us and saying, well, I said we're going to get the Strait of Hormuz open again. It was fucking open before we attacked. So it was open. Free trade was going through the area. We attacked, they closed it. We were unable to stop them from closing it, so apparently we're retarded. The entire U.S. Navy couldn't open up a Strait of Hormuz. What the fuck are we supposed to do when China attacks Taiwan? So they stayed in control of it. We have this bullshit deal that we're supposed to reopen it and then give ourselves a pat on the back for it. Iran controls the strait. We were never able to take it away. And on top of that, they were coming out and saying, that was the first thing that I reposted here at the top of my list. Matt Tardio, is it Matt Tardio? Already said here, Matt Tardio. This is a real post, and it's from the real Iranian consulate in Najaf. If Iran is going to be charging tolls for ships passing through the strait, I don't want to hear anyone talking about the art of the deal and how Trump's a genius. Iran was going to charge ships with, I don't know if the prices are accurate. They were talking about like $2 million, essentially a bribe being paid for the ship to go through. This was us opening up free and clear passage on the Strait of Hormuz. That was fucking bullshit. By the way, Alex Jones, the ceasefire's already fallen apart as the black hole of war widens, threatening the entire planet after Trump capitulated to Iran, and that's what he did. This is no art of the deal, Trump win. It's fucking bullshit. And again, the fucking assholes online going, oh, wait a minute. So you were pissed when Trump went in and attacked Iran. Now you're pissed that Trump negotiated a ceasefire. Let me ask you a question. An arsonist shows up and sets your house on fire. Then he runs down the street, changes his uniform, puts the firefighter uniform on, drives down the road with the truck, and puts a fire out on your house. Is he a fucking hero? No, he's the goddamn arsonist. Trump started this shit. And now we're going to have a fucking celebration and a victory lap because he supposedly did a ceasefire from the thing that he started. By the way, the bullshit premise that we were going in because they had weaponized uranium or plutonium, it was weapons grade, it was ready to go. What the fuck happened to that? Well, in the agreement, we're going to go in and we're going to clean it up and we're going to get all of it. The fuck you are. First of all, Iran's not going to agree to that. Iran hasn't agreed to anything right now. And the same as every past president and past Democratic president that has just capitulated to them and sent them money, Mr. Pro-tough guy, go in there and get it done, has made another bullshit deal to capitulate to Iran. Well, we took out all their top leaders. Really? Because like 50 more guys just showed up and took their place. This was like some weird comedy movie. Every time you shot someone, I knew this is like that scene from The Matrix where he's fighting them in the basketball courtyard. And no matter how many he beats up, 500 more Mr. Smiths come running out of the doorways. That somebody should make a fucking meme or AI video about it. That's all that happened with Iran. Pete Hegseth comes on and starts, we killed the logistics guy. We killed their main military leader. We killed the communications guy. Okay, who's in charge now? The brand new logistics guy. The brand new communications director. The brand new leader of the war forces. Like, you played whack-a-mole and you lost. What are you talking about? Well, there was regime change. Who is it? Khomeini's son. Good news, everybody. How is it the good news? Well, we killed his dad, and he was hitting an attack, and he lost a leg. But we're pretty confident there's just going to be some super-duper negotiations happening as things go down the road. I mean, I just feel like with this regime change, nothing but good vibes with Iran. What could possibly go wrong moving forward in the future? We killed his dad. We wiped out the first branch of all of their military, the first string, and maybe the second string, so they had to bring in the third string. So the team is still in there, and they still have a chance to get into the playoffs. We didn't even. It was like Khomeini. It was like Khomeini, and then another Ayatollah took over, and we killed him. And then it went to Khomeini's son, and Khomeini survived, and now he's still the current leader. Let me ask you all what your thoughts would be if the United States killed your dad, your upper religious leadership, a fair amount of your military forces, and was trying to fuck your whole country up. You survive, and you're the new religious and supreme leader of the country. Are you going, sure, let me know how we can work together with the United States? I'd love to just have a super duper relationship with them. Is that what you're saying? Really? Anyone that's read a novel or gone into history from the past, whether it's fiction or what have you, when one empire went after another, you wiped out the entire royal family, or you wiped out their entire loyal military. Why did you do that? Because if one son survived, one nephew survived from that family, in order to exact vengeance down the road, you will have given them the opportunity to do that. Now Khomeini Jr. has the opportunity to exact vengeance down the road against our children and our children's children. And this is because of Trump's actions, because we let Israel drag us into some bullshit over bullshit pretenses. And this is how we are here right now. So to the accounts that are online, Tim Pool, that fucking douchebag, who's like, first you were upset about the attacks. Now the warmongers are upset that it's over. No, I'm upset that we didn't get a job done that we should never have gone to begin with. But if you want to pretend that the pretenses were real, that means there never should have been a deal, and we never should have stopped until the Iranian war machine was destroyed. By the way, Iranian people still not free. The Iranian people still living under the Iranian national fucking republic crazy nut jobs. And the Iranian people are going to be fucked now, because they were already trying to lead a revolution prior to us and Israel attacking. These two avenues were supposed to meet, and we were supposed to facilitate the regime change in Iran and help the Iranian people. Now we have left them to their fate. When we did that in Vietnam, thousands, if not millions of people were killed when America pulled out. The communists went in, and the Viet Cong, and they slaughtered everybody that was allied with the U.S., that was fighting against them. Now the Iranian people are going to be left alone, defenseless, because we're pulling out with bullshit deals where we're going to pat ourselves on the back and we're going to call it a win. We're going to turn our fleet around and we're going to come home and we're going to got good vibes and good negotiations going with Iran. And Iran's going to be like, sure, dude, see you in 10 years when we rebuild, motherfucker. Because we're not going to forget this shit. And if I was Iran, I wouldn't fucking forget this shit. I might sit down, close my mouth, chill, and play ball with everybody for a little bit. And in 10 years, when I rebuild, I'm coming for you motherfuckers. Germany did. That's how we got to World War II. In World War I, it was Austria. We beat Germany and Austria. They were allied together. And then we said, hey, ceasefire. It's all over now. We're kind of putting this new thing together. It's going to be a united NATO thing. We're all going to work together as nations. And oh boy, we got our eye on you, right? Don't be naughty again. Don't do that again. And then we all turned around. And we all went back to living our lives. All the countries went back to lick their wounds, rebuild their militaries, and go back to their lives again. And in the meantime, Germany, which had rules on it not to build a military beyond a certain strength, not a certain amount of troops, not a certain amount of tanks, no submarines or really surface navy whatsoever. But we set our little stipulations, And we walked away, and we all of the countries, the United States, France, Britain, everyone that was involved in it the first time, we all went back to our lives and our little corners, and we did our own thing. And the ceasefire rules all got violated. Germany built up under just about everybody watching, built up far beyond what they were allowed to do, and then led an attack on the entire planet. Now, apparently, we've learned nothing because we're going to set up some bullshit deals with Iran and go, hey, it'd be really cool if you're just like peaceful with everybody and we don't have to do this again. By the way, we're all heading home. Bye! Bye-bye! If I'm Iran, I'm fucking you up in 10 years. I'm coming up with some brand new shit you've never seen before. And I'm leveling Israel in one shot. And then afterwards, I'm making that dirty bomb. I'm sneaking over your border in the United States because Democrats are going to be in control again. They're going to open them right up and fuck the American people. And I'm going to sneak that handy little device right to your fucking doorstep. The only thing that we have done is created a worse situation because we didn't follow through and get the job done. That's not warmongering. That's being a realist. It's looking at the situation we have created and looking at the best ways to get it done. You cannot negotiate with this tyrannical, mad regime. They refuse to surrender, getting pummeled by the U.S. and Israel. And they still refuse now. What the fuck do you think you're going to negotiate with? This is what Trump's done, but I'm being reliably informed by these sources that in fact we have won. And it's the warmongers that are pushing this crap and creating this situation. The 0 hour gas prices will drop in the next few weeks. Watch. One, that's not going to happen. The Strait of Hormuz has been closed again, by the way. They have already closed it. Now, what's happened is in this ceasefire agreement, Lebanon wasn't going to be included in the ceasefire agreement because Israel did not want them to be included. Why is that? Because Hezbollah is in Lebanon. Hezbollah is an Iranian proxy. By the way, according to Caroline Levitt in Trump's 10-point bullshit plan, one of the things Iran is supposed to do is no longer fund proxies anymore. That means no more money to Hamas and no more money to Hezbollah. No more support from them from Iran whatsoever. But also, Hezbollah not in the deal in Lebanon. Well, which one is it, Mr. President? Are they going to continue to fund proxies or not? I mean, it looks like not. So Israel hit Lebanon in striking Hezbollah because Israel doesn't recognize Lebanon as part of this 2-week ceasefire deal. Iran responded by firing more missiles at Israel for hitting their proxies. The proxies Iran refuses to give up on. Trump's bullshit 10-point deal, which includes no more proxies, is already smoke and mirrors because they have already shown they refuse to give up their proxies. Breaking. Benjamin Netanyahu confirms Hezbollah isn't part of the ceasefire. I insisted that Hezbollah isn't part of the temporary ceasefire, and we will continue to hit it. It just got the biggest hit since the beepers. 100 targets in 10 minutes. That's our great allies. They are already doing their own part to fuck up the bullshit ceasefire. Israel is going to do its own thing. It wants these places gone. If we won't do it, it's going to keep doing its own fucking thing, and it's going to keep inadvertently dragging us into it too. Some people made some good points. Let this be a 1v1. You know what? At this point, you want to take the L? Take the fucking L. Back off. Make it like a WWE match. Let Iran versus Israel will be the referee, and let them just fucking duke it out and see who survives at this point. We've already done enough damage. Yeah, here's my Temu guy trying to cross the Strait of Hormuz to bring my fake Rolex and whatever I ordered off of fucking TikTok Shop. TikTok shop. Boom. Ceasefire already falling apart.
It's very hard to stop them once they're started. I hope I'm wrong. But I think there's a 98% chance that within 2 weeks, it's even worse than it was yesterday. And a very good chance Trump's going to double down back to his old Tyrannosaurus Rex, terrible tyrannical lizard behavior. That's what it means in Latin.
I think it was
Israel announced last night, Netanyahu, there's video, he said, we're not stopping. We're going to keep hitting Iran, we're going to keep hitting Lebanon, and just some of the biggest bombings yet. Iran fires missiles back, all over Fox News, Hannity. Why are they shooting missiles? They broke the deal, even though Israel had just announced they were going to intensify attacks.
Right, it was Israel.
And again, Fox just can't help but manipulate its viewers. Just can't help but think, we've got stupid viewers, we've got idiots watching, let's lie to them. Now, Iran came out about 2 hours ago and said, yeah, the ceasefire wasn't abided by. And Vance had said Israel was going to stand down. They didn't. So we're reclosing the strait, and we're going to continue attacking. So basically, there is no peace.
So everyone's saying, oh, yeah, well, earlier today, I mean, they were just trying to jump on the W and pump out their slop to everybody as quick as possible. And I'm just sitting back watching updates. I'm not going live until I've got more information, because I said yesterday on my show, this, first of all, his wording about wiping out their entire civilization, one of the worst wordings and fucking bullshit I've ever read in my life. And I have been an ardent Trump supporter. I have been a MAGA guy. I dare anyone to suggest that I wasn't. So don't try and say I was some fake. I got on. Now it's inconvenient and I'm saying something different. No, I'm not going to lie to the people that follow this show. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to spin this shit into a good situation. You went in, you set the house on fire, you put it out, and you go, okay, I want all my back pats. Fuck off. I'm not doing, don't piss on my shoes and tell me we're all good. The Strait of Hormuz is already closed again. While every asshole online that's been trying to bullshit you and call this a win is saying gas prices are already dropping. They went from $100 to like 70. Fucking epic win for Trump. Keep an eye on your stocks. The strait is closed again. Watch those prices jump when the market reacts. Watch the prices at your pump stay or go up again with another panic mode. Earlier this week, I paid like $3.79 for gas. And I have to ask myself, if Joe Biden was in charge, how would I react to this situation? How would I look at it? I would be fucking ripshit. If I'm going to be honest with myself and honest with everybody else, I would be fucking ripshit. I would be tearing that dementia-ridden asshole apart politically for the epic fuck-up. As a matter of fact, I tore him apart for the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan, which Trump was the one that originally set up. Negotiating with terrorists, the Taliban, bunch of goat fuckers, dirt-worshipping goat fuckers. We left them in charge of Afghanistan. How's that going so far? If I'm not mistaken, Afghanistan and Pakistan have been at war, I think currently, with a border crisis. We left the Taliban in charge. That original deal was set up by Trump. And then the botched withdrawal and final failure was done by Biden. So that was a two-part series. Now we've got Trump going under. I'm sorry I have to ask this, but now I have to look at this along with the rest of the media. They have not gotten an answer from Trump. Where is the proof that Iran had weaponized plutonium? And that it was weapons grade and it was ready to use. Where's the proof? The only thing the Trump administration has done is come out and said, we got proof that they had it and then they were going to use it and there were going to be attacks against us. That's all we got. I am not currently aware of any tangible proof that they actually had that. So right now, it has the appearance that we went in and attacked Iran under false pretenses. I am America first. I was in a partial agreement with attacking Iran if there were concerns that Iran was going to take action against the United States of America to hurt American citizens. I was willing to say that that falls under the heading of America's best interests, an America first situation where we are in danger and we have to take some sort of action. If they didn't have weaponizable material, why the fuck did we go into a situation that wasn't our business? That's not America first. It's not MAGA. It's none of those things. So then you have to fall back to the basis of it was Israel that dragged us into this. They gave us bullshit information. They whetted our appetite by saying we've got intel of Khomeini and his crew all meeting at one place. We can hit it. We're going to take them all out, and we're going to walk away with a W and look like fucking rock stars. And we were like, fucking A. And that's what we did. And the plan was, I guarantee it, the plan was we take out the Ayatollah, their whole first string, and they were gonna fucking get on their knees and go, we're sorry, we surrender. Let's figure out a way out of this. Instead, they were like, fuck you. And they kept fighting to essentially what they were doing, the last fucking man. That's what they were doing. I mean, you can hate their guts. I fucking hate their guts. They're a tyrannical regime. But that's some fucking balls to say, fuck America, fuck Israel, we're not surrendering. And then we're like, okay, dude, it's cool. How about a 10-point plan? He's talking about this. We've got a 10-point plan. Fuck off. I got a 10-point plan. I got a fucking 10-point plan too. Fuck them up, fuck them up, fuck them up, fuck them up. Do I need to go on? You already fucking went in and started trashing the place. Now you're going to be like, all right, it's possible that this just went too far. Let's... Look, we'll open up the Strait of Hormuz. You charge people like $2 million a ship. I'll say we got a W because we opened the Strait of Hormuz, and why don't we just fucking call it square? And people are pulling this bullshit online. Fuck you! You fucking fake conservative cunts. Pete Headsex reposted this. The United States will work closely with Iran, which we have determined has gone through what will be a very productive regime change. It's Khomeini's son. What the fuck? You had the balls to write that on paper. There will be no enrichment of uranium. Well, says who? And the United States will, working with Iran, dig up and remove all of the deeply buried nuclear dust from the facilities that we destroyed, but I don't really think are destroyed, from Operation Midnight Hammer. It is now and has been under very exacting satellite surveillance Space Force, so I'm sure they're fucking worried about that. Nothing has been touched from the date of attack. No, they've been busy fighting you. We are and will be taking tariffs and sanctions relief with Iran. This is the other brilliant part of their fucking plan that they think is a good idea. So if China and Russia try to ship supplies or weapons into Iran, we're going to tariff them. Oh, that'll show them. Oh, you want to send weapons to help Iran fight? What if I charge you $10 for it? Gotcha. Fucking retarded. You had the balls to write this on paper. Many of the 15 points have already been agreed to. What points? There's going to be a fucking pizza party after it's done? Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. Yeah, what a fucking win. Yeah, this is what I said. This is a short time after she's doing her stuttering Caroline Levitt. After she does her bullshit press conference, a short time later, Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz. It's closed currently. This is Mark Levin talking about some of the bullshit 10-point peace plan that they're claiming is fake. But then on the other side, when they talk about it, they don't necessarily say that it's fake, because there were two 10-point plans. One was apparently a fake 10-point plan that Iran came with in order to, like, flex to their people. The other one was a legit 10-point plan that the Trump administration is not submitting to for all of us to scrutinize. Mark Levin is claiming that this is what it is. Maritime control, continuation of Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz. By the way, that's true. Also, is something else to this that I've been learning as I've been going through this. No country is allowed to close waterways even if it's in their own direct control and jurisdiction. There is supposed to be an international agreement between all countries that there is free maritime movements of fuel and goods, as long as you're a legitimate ship or tanker. You are supposed to have free passage. It is supposed to be illegal for a country to shut down a section of ocean so that it cannot be used for the travel of goods to keep the global economy going. The entire world, including the United States itself, has allowed Iran to close the Strait of Hormuz. We did throughout this entire conflict. We are still doing it now, and apparently we're too retarded or we're too much of pussies to go in and take it back on our own. None of NATO would do it, and apparently the United States can't do it either. Maritime travel is being denied despite the fact that it's illegal. Nuclear program. Okay, the U.S. must fundamentally commit to guaranteeing non-aggression. This means us pulling out. Number 3, nuclear program. Acceptance that Iran can enrich uranium for its nuclear program. So now the United States and Pete Hegseth's bullshit is saying that we're going to take or confiscate all of their weaponized, and we will assist them with clean energy and fair use stuff, which I call bullshit on that too. Primary sanctions, removal of all primary sanctions in Iran. Iran will be able to go back to doing business with everybody. China, Russia, it doesn't matter who it is. That's where the bullshit tariffs come into play. Because once again, he's trying to twist it, turn it into a win by saying, well, yeah, we're lifting sanctions on Iran, but oh boy, watch out for those tariffs. We're going to get them. Another bullshit. Secondary sanctions, removal of all secondary sanctions against foreign entities to do business with Iranian institutions. So that means don't sanction Russia and don't sanction China when they attempt to do business with Iran. When we're supposed to have, say, hey, can you go check on the birds, please? I think I hear a hawk outside. Sorry, the chickens are free-ranging. Removal of all secondary sanctions. Okay. UN resolutions. End all of the United Nations Security Council resolutions targeting Iran. So some of these, I imagine, are being negotiated. That's what the Trump administration is claiming. Some things are being agreed to. Some things are not. All of this is in the gray area, whether the United Nations is going to remove all of the sanctions on Iran. IAEA, this is the nuclear oversight. End of all International Atomic Energy Agency resolutions on Iran's nuclear program. Don't know where that's going either. Reparations, compensation payments to Iran for war damage. Let me say about how I think this is working out, and this is actually happening, even though it's absolutely ludicrous. By us allowing Iran to charge tankers coming through the Strait of Hormuz, this is how this reparations comes into play. This is outrageous. If this is happening and I'm correct, this is outrageous. We are essentially allowing them to push the reparation bullshit by charging $2 million per company to safely use the Strait of Hormuz that they don't have the right to close. I think this compensation payment for war damage thing is happening, and it's the tolls going through the Strait of Hormuz, and it is absolutely laughable bullshit. U.S. withdrawal, all U.S. combat forces from the region. Our complete withdrawal. This is what's supposed to be part of this bullshit ceasefire. ceasefire on all fronts, including Israel's conflict with Hezbollah and Lebanon. This is the primary one right here that they're claiming broke it, and is the reason they are launching on Israel again, and we are apparently launching on Iran again. I mean, look at this. If this is fake, it's being shown on Fox News. So CNN had to retract one of them because it was bad information. So is Fox News now showing a bad one that's bad information? Or was this the legit 10-point plan that the Trump administration is currently going over and negotiating with them? Now, the Trump administration can say they're going to say no to a fair amount of this. Okay, what about the things that you're saying yes to? Because the majority of this is absolute fucking bullshit. So listen, guys, we won. All of these accounts that have been online, Gulf countries scrambled to intercept missiles hours into the U.S.-Iran ceasefire agreement. By the way, the United Arab Emirates ended up launching an attack on Iran as well because the Muslim countries are sick of the beating that they've taken throughout this conflict. Iran has fired on Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, the list goes on. They've hit oil infrastructure in oil fields. They've hit civilian buildings. They've been beating up all of their neighbors in the Middle East. And we're like, hey, what about a ceasefire? And then we're just like, we're good because I don't want to do this anymore. And everybody in the Middle East is like, what? I mean, they've just been firing random shit into us, and you're just like, you're good? CNN confirms that Trump ceded the Strait of Hormuz to Iran, and they'll be charging a toll to every ship that goes through as part of the ceasefire agreement, art of the deal.
For a period of 2 weeks, safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz will be possible via coordination with Iran's armed forces and with due consideration of technical limitations. Obviously, those words are crucial there. And the Supreme National Security Council of Iran has also issued a statement that I have here, and I'll just share you a couple of the important lines here. One of them is that the regulated passage through the Strait of Hormuz under the coordination of the armed forces of Iran, thereby conferring upon Iran a unique economic and geopolitical standing, which sounds like, in a translation, Iran saying that they see this as acknowledgement that they control the Strait of Hormuz. Let's go to Zachary Cohen, our national security reporter here. Zachary, what are you learning about this? We're just getting these dual statements, one from Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and also from the Supreme National Security Council that I just shared part of. What else stands out to you here?
So, Chad, how was your guys' day so far?
This about the Strait of Hormuz really is the most remarkable
Strait of
thing.
Hormuz really is
Immediately, and says Pakistan has submitted the same to the American side. Said plan emphasizes fundamental matters, inter alia, the regulated passage to the Strait of Hormuz under the coordination of the armed forces of Iran, thereby conferring upon Iran a unique economic and geopolitical standing. So effectively, that's reiterated in the tweet as well, saying that at least for the period of 2 weeks, the Strait of Hormuz will be open effectively, though with coordination via the Iranian military. And it's important for people to remember that the Strait of Hormuz was not controlled in a literal sense by Iran prior to.
This is the strait, okay? It feeds out from the ocean. It comes in through here. You pass in through right here. This is Iranian territory. They fire on the ships as they're passing through this area right here. So apparently the entire U.S. Navy cannot secure this right here. Karg Island is up here. That's their primary oil functioning station right up here. That does 90% of Iran's oil. Iran takes that. They ship it out of the strait. They sell it to China. They sell it to Russia and to whoever else. The entire United States Navy cannot take this. If we can't take this, how can we defend our own country, our own waters, and defend Taiwan and defend everyone else? What the fuck can we do?
those U.S. joint Israeli joint military
defend Taiwan
and kicked off this entire conflict several weeks ago. Iran responded to those strikes by closing the Strait of Hormuz. Then it appears that this ceasefire is predicated, at least in part, on the legitimization of Iran's control of that key waterway, and that goes with an implication of if the waterway can be opened temporarily, Iran likely could close the strait should negotiations not progress in a way that they see fit effectively. So it also says that talks between the U.S. and Iran should occur as soon as this week. In Islamabad, Pakistan has been acting as the key primary intermediary country between the U.S. and Iranian regimes. A lot to hammer out here, but the Iranian statement does seem to suggest that, in principle at least, the Trump administration has agreed to the broad contours of their 10-point proposal, at least as a starting point for these negotiations. And again, it's hard to overemphasize how important the Iranian control and demand that that control be legitimized of the Strait of Hormuz is.
So that's a moot point at this point. The ceasefire is already over. Attacks are already taking place between multiple countries at this point. So this one guy here, before Trump's war, the Strait of Hormuz was open, sanctions were in place, and gas was $2.39. Now Iran controls the strait, sanctions will be lifted, gas is $4.99, 13 Americans are dead, 300 injured, the loss of hundreds of billions in aircraft and U.S. base repairs. And I ask, what the fuck did we accomplish? So we accomplished whack-a-mole and killed a whole bunch of military leaders, and a whole bunch more just stepped right in and took their place like it was Mr. Smith from The Matrix. We took out the Ayatollah, and then his son took over as a leader. That's their regime change. We had $2.30 in gas, and then we were told that the American people should suck it up because this is for a good cause, and this attack to Iran is necessary. Now it appears the attack to Iran was not only completely fucking unnecessary, but a failure, and we're paying almost $4 at the pump. So let me ask you this, all these fake conservatives that are on X, that are on everywhere else, if you swapped out Trump right now and put in Joe Biden, what would be your talking points right now? If any of you motherfuckers are real, what would be your talking points right now if Joe Biden was in charge and you had the exact circumstances that you are getting right now? $4 a gallon in gas, 13 service members dead, billions of dollars of American equipment loss, and we're about to puss out, tuck our tail between our legs, and walk away. If Joe Biden was in charge, would you fucking stand for this? And every one of these fake grifting motherfuckers know the answer. It's no, the fuck you wouldn't. You would be upside one part of Joe Biden and downside the other. But we're going to accept it now because it's Trump? I'll tell you what, I fucking won't. And I won't lie to the people that follow the show either. This is another update. North Korea supposedly was launching some ballistic missiles. They were doing some tests. So there's J.D. Vance coming to defeat. I love the JD Vance memes. Strait of Hormuz, $14.99. Strait of Hormuz has a toll booth now. It's a fucking disgrace that was even being considered. So that's what, we're going to wait for more information right now. Just don't trust the liars. Don't trust the fake MAGA grifters that are towing the line. Turn to people like myself that are willing to be honest with you, tell you what's really going on, share the actual information with you and about what the real deal is, all right? Thanks for all the new followers. Please like and subscribe and share the show with others. I appreciate all the support. Help me turn this into something real, and I really appreciate it. We're on Kick, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Currently multi-streaming on all of it, and I do some updates on TikTok too for what that's worth. All right, thanks everyone. I'll have more updates for you on this shit show. You're going to get more reports throughout the day that there's fire going on all over the place. At this present time, the ceasefire is over, and we're going to see if a new one is done, and there'll be a fresh 2 weeks to waste everybody's time with. All right, thanks everyone, and I'll see you all again soon.